Hi everyone, hope you're well. This is CoinsKid. Just going to dive into Bitcoin. Once again, thank you for your continued support, okay? Really do appreciate it. Big up the CoinsKid crew. And for those that are supporting us now in the Patreon, that's awesome. We've got some really good TA guys in there posting content in the Telegram group there as well. So that's amazing. Big up to all of you. Thank you for your continued support, and thank you for watching the videos as well. Most importantly, there's one chap. Can you please go to his video for me, his latest video? I'm going to drop it in each and every video today. Go to his channel, say CoinsKid sent me. He's the GOAT, he's the main man, and everybody that subscribed to this channel needs to subscribe to his channel as well, okay? His name is ALESSIO RASTANI. Is the market psychology god. He's a genius, okay? I've been watching him for 4 years and highly rated every single time his video. I've watched every single one of his videos. Sometimes I watch them twice just to sort of get that higher learning from him. He's a genius at the end of the day. Need to pay attention to what he's saying. So right now then, please do go over to his video, his latest video. I'll drop it in the link and say CoinsKid sent me. He's just gone over 300k subs. If each one of my subscribers goes there, he'll go over 450k subs. That'd be amazing, but I can't imagine that'd happen. But anyway, show him some support if you're not already involved in his channel there. Brilliant guy. So yeah, diving into Bitcoin, you can see that this is basically our price prediction based off Elliott wave theory right here, and obviously we've got the Fibonacci extension there, the 2.272 extension there, taking us up to 200k in this bull run, and hopefully right now we have bottomed out. We are anticipating these bottoming out patterns forming for Bitcoin, and obviously we're keeping an eye on it on the daily time frame as well. We'll go over that in a minute with you. But right now you can see that it is almost beginning to come to fruition, isn't it? You know, you've bounced off to 55, you're above the 1272 support, so it's looking really good in my opinion. But again, we're not completely out of the woods yet. What we do need to see is get ourselves break those levels of resistance that we've targeted on the daily time frame. I will show you those in a minute. If we break them and break out, we're looking at more upside for Bitcoin, and I think that, you know, we've hit the bottom. The market confidence has come back, and we're starting to see progression in the second part of this bull run, so to speak. And I just want to remind you that all expectations were met in the previous bull run using Fibonacci and Elliott wave theory, which we've already outlined in previous videos right there. And this is where we do see Bitcoin and the crypto market going on from here in continuation of this bull market. We've had this little pullback, and obviously there's a theory of this being Wyckoff distribution manipulation method right there. But you can see, beginning to look at this, how it's playing out just here. You know, it's beginning to look a little bit like this V-shaped recovery that we had last year with the Corona dump. Do you remember? And like I said to you, just here, because there's so many people saying it was a bear flag, okay? Like I said to you, we've broken out of the bear flag, by the way. We've broken to the upside, which is good. But obviously, we've got another key level of resistance, which we do need to see broken. I will show you that in a moment. And also, we need to see volume to back up this move. That's a really important indicator right there. We do need to see the Bitcoin volume step in to back up this move, because otherwise it's sort of a bit of manipulation again, and a whale manipulation, and it's called a fake out effectively. And this way you could see yourself come back into the bear flag and actually roll over and go down and carry out that projection from the bear flag, which is down to roughly the lower 20k, I believe, the previous swing high in the previous bull run just there, and retest it once more as support. And that is an eventuality, that is a possibility. All things are possible, but right now you've got to adhere to the charts, and the charts are saying that Bitcoin's bullish respectively. It is painting some beautiful little reversal patterns right there. And so yeah, we'll jump into the daily time frame then, just to show you what I'm going on about. Okay, so on the daily time frame then on Bitcoin, you can see we're in this sort of bear flag here. Do you see this? And it's got a breakout target, like I've spoken to you about and shown you before, to the lower 20k's. Okay, if it was to break down to the downside, you can see you've broken out of a key level of resistance right here for Bitcoin. I did say that the break was quite imminent. I've been updating in previous videos and Twitter, and I did say, you know, if you do eventually break this level of resistance, put in a cheeky little long for Bitcoin, because we do anticipate it going up to these particular levels. Now there is one last key level of resistance right here for Bitcoin. Obviously you can see what it is. It's this 39304. Now if Bitcoin starts to close above that particular level on a daily time frame, then in my opinion we have bottomed out here, and we're looking for progression, and we're looking to take out this price prediction just here for Bitcoin. Bitcoin. So do anticipate that. You can see right now it's hitting its resistance, it's starting to roll back a little bit, but if you do start to see it close above that on the daily, then it's looking really good. But like I said to you, you need to see the volume, and look, we've not got much volume at all. It's a bit shady. So this particular breakout, this move is a little bit off-putting at the moment. Like I said to you, we need to see it back with substance. Okay, we are at a nice level in the RSI for progression. You can see where we could potentially have that more upside, taking us, breaking us that level, getting through the EMAs here and taking us up to that level. Because like I said to you, as soon as we get above the EMAs, we're bullish again, and at the minute you could break out here, hit that as resistance, and roll back and actually be a bit of a fake out. So we need to see all this backed up with substance, i.e. we need the volume to come in. Okay, we've got the bullish cross on the MACD. Remember, it's the lowest it's ever been in the history of Bitcoin. On the daily time frame, the MACD formed that bullish cross under the histogram. That was a really big signal for continuation right there, and these are the sort of precursor signals that you look for. And right now, obviously, you've got this bear flag or sort of horizontal, which we've spoken about so many times, which we're breaking out of, but also you've got this WW bottom pattern that you're forming just there. Do you see that? That's why you got the level of resistance in the middle just there. Do you see that? So if Bitcoin starts to break that key level of resistance, back tests and breaks the 20 EMA, wow, this is where you could see Bitcoin absolutely march on to this particular level right here. And it's not just Bitcoin that's forming this, okay, it's across entire crypto. We're already seeing a lot of the alts break out. Cardano broke out of its W double bottom there. Firo has broke out of a W bottom there with substance. It actually got quite a nice bit of volume on it, Firo is. So for those of you that are involved in that project, that's looking relatively healthy for a reversal at the moment, but that's a separate video. But it is looking relatively healthy, but what we do need to see for Bitcoin, obviously, is it backed up with this volume. We need more volume, okay? Because otherwise it's a bit of a fake out. This way you could see it roll over, fall back into this sort of resistance of this sort of downwards trend line. Do you see this, of this horizontal that you was in? And this is where you could potentially come down and create another low, potentially a double bottom, testing this low, or lose that and go down to that 20k, which a lot of analysts have anticipating. So it's really important. But we've got the break to the upside. Let's be positive. We have got the break to the upside, so that is good. That's one good thing. We have been anticipating that break, okay? But right now, personally, if we do start to close above that, this is where I would definitely put in a cheeky long, okay? Because I would imagine that you're potentially going to be coming up to this level here and carry out that price prediction, because that's the prediction of the horizontal triangle right there, the symmetrical triangle that Bitcoin's found itself in. So far, so good, but we do need to see the break, okay? So right now, obviously, like I've said to you in previous videos, you've got this downwards level of resistance, haven't you? Just here, like this, okay, for Bitcoin. Now, I would imagine that you've also got another level of resistance, and I'll show you that in a moment as well. There's all levels of resistance that do need to be broken right here, okay? So do you remember this this head and shoulders pattern, sorry, that was broken for Bitcoin? Do you remember this particular pattern? So this is the neckline of the head and shoulders, and we said that when that is broken, go short, and that short was carried out. That was a whopping correction from that break just there. That was a huge, almost 40% short opportunity that we gave you from that head and shoulders pattern on Bitcoin. Do you remember that when it started to break down last month? So that was a great short. So right now, are we reversing all this? And hopefully we are, because if we are, this is where you're going to see more upside. But you are going to run into the resistance of this head and shoulders, and then obviously, like we've spoken about, potentially down the line. Now we can't see into the future here, but we always sort of look forward and project. If Bitcoin does now go on and breaks these resistances, carries out this extension, you can almost see what it's going to do. It's going to do something like this, okay, and it's going to create a big inverse head and shoulders. Do you see that? Like we've spoken about so many times. So you've got the left shoulder, the head, and then the right shoulder of this big inverse head and shoulders there. Do you see that? And then obviously you've got the break, and it'll be from the neckline to the head, and wherever you break it, say you break it there, that's what pumps you up to 70k plus Bitcoin. So this is a thing that we're anticipating in the future, but obviously we do need to see the break of this resistance at 39304, okay? Get that, we're golden. So that's basically Bitcoin. If you do start to see 39304 broken, do put in a cheeky long, because I would imagine you're going to come up to that extension right there, and you can see from there, if you break that, that's a lovely little 25% trade for Bitcoin right there. Stay strong, stay healthy, stay tuned. I'll be back tomorrow with another Bitcoin update. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.